All right, so Raw was last night. We already filmed the recap video, but unfortunately we
It was
didn't.
in slow motion.
So there was no sound or anything, and hopefully this video isn't in slow motion.
I don't think it will be. Did you check?
Yeah, I checked. It shouldn't be, but
Gonna do a Raw recap.
Yeah.
Real quick.
yeah, kind of a little late, but it's okay.
Yeah. So let's start off with what happened first.
Brock and Oba.
Brock and Oba. Yeah, he retained more of it. I'm like, oh, what happened? I mean, I know what happened, but I can't put it in order right now in my head. So, Brock versus Oba was that was a cool interaction again. Anytime you get those guys in the ring together, it's really cool looking.
Yeah.
And obviously, Oba keeps getting the better of it. Brock's gonna get his, I think, probably next time they face off in the ring. I think so. Just my prediction. But Oba is hanging in there, dude. He's becoming big, and the crowd loves him. I love him.
Yeah.
And what do you think about Oba?
I like Oba. I wasn't like at first. I wasn't big on the Oba train, but he's really got me over. I like his walkout. His music is cool too.
His strut.
Yeah, and I like his thing he does in the ring where like the spotlight shines on him and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like does
That's
that weird
unique.
thing. Yeah,
He does that weird, like...
it kind of reminds me of Ricky Stark's old thing when he was like,
It reminds you of it? Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah.
yeah, NXT tonight.
Oh, yeah. We gotta watch that.
I'll probably get an NXT recap video out later. But yeah, I like Oba. I'm really excited for Brock versus Oba. I hope Oba wins that Mania, honestly. Brock puts over some younger talent, I hope. And what do you think?
I don't care who wins. I just think it's going to be a good match. I hope Brock, I hope he adds a few more moves to his arsenal.
Brock?
Yeah.
He is pretty old, though, too. So he's not old, but he's getting up there.
He's really good at doing what he does, so if he doesn't, then whatever. But Oba's got a lot of stuff to do in the ring. He's got a heavy arsenal. Brock is Brock. I don't know who I want to win though. I like Brock. I like Oba. I've been a long time Brock fan. Ever since I was a little kid, Brock was the man. And I started watching before him and The Rock were, feuding.
You were there when he almost broke his neck, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at WrestleMania 19 when I was just a kid, and I was there for him and Kurt Angle, which was a really good match. I don't remember a whole lot of it because I was just a little kid, but it was a really good match. That shooting star press was sketchy, though.
Do you remember that or no?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That's a clip that replays on wrestling videos for years after that. Still, I still see it talked about and play, that clip of him almost breaking his neck.
People still talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyways, what happened after that?
I think it was the Usos versus the Vision.
I'm glad the Usos... Well, no, they didn't win. They got...
Yeah, they got disqualified because LA Knight came in, tossed the brass knuckles. The referee seen Jay hit Austin with it.
Jay's on a... Like they said, Jay's on a warpath.
I think Jay is going to turn heel very soon.
Yeah, I think he's going to keep going after Punk.
I think he's going to turn heel. I think this is going to lead to him turning heel
No more yeeting?
eventually.
Is it no yeet?
Like what Jimmy was doing for a
Yeah,
while.
no yeet.
I actually wouldn't be mad seeing Jay turn heel.
No. It'd be cool to see it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the crowd will still yeet with him. Because they love him. We all love Jay.
Yeah. They have a street fight match next week, which I'm pretty excited for. Part of me kind of hopes the Vision beats them.
Why?
Just so we can get that speed up process of and Logan would be a tag champ. I like Logan Paul, so
Yeah, I don't mind Logan. I know Logan gets a lot of hate, but he's really good in the ring, and he's decent on the mic. He's believable on the mic.
yeah.
Yeah, he comes across as a real arrogant prick, and he does it really well.
And he's good in the ring. Like he can go toe to toe with a lot of guys in the ring. So that's pretty good considering he's just a YouTuber.
And I say arrogant prick as a compliment. Like, you got to be that way sometimes in wrestling. You got to play the arrogant prick, and then you have he's good at heel work. Like, other than Gunther's a real heel, and Logan plays that role well too because
Yeah.
people really love to hate him,
Yeah.
and he plays that part well. He plays right into it.
Where has Gunther been?
I don't know. I miss him.
He wasn't on Raw. I don't think he was on Raw last week. I have no clue where Gunther is.
If he's taking a vacation, whatever, enjoy your vacation, Gunther. But
You deserve it.
yeah, I hope he comes back because he's a villain.
Yeah.
He truly is,
He
and
really
people
is.
really want to boo him, and people don't like him, and that's why I love him. And he does he's willing to do the extra stuff to become a heel.
Yeah.
And you don't see that too much. I think he stays in character. He doesn't break character for anybody. He's a true heel, and
Yeah.
you don't see that too. I mean, you see heels, but you don't see too many true heels that people really hate. A lot of the time, people. I mean, Austin Theory, for example, he's a heel, but is he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's not a baby face, but he's he's not out there doing the extra work like Gunther is. Gunther will come out and get the whole crowd just in a frenzy, just hating him.
And then next was Devon versus Grayson Waller.
That was a good match. Those two guys do really good work.
Yeah, I like Grayson Waller. I like Devon. That match was that match was what it needed to be, I think, for a Raw.
Javon versus Grayson was a good match. Javon's really good. Grayson's really good. They both put on a good show. Javon's only 22.
I think Grayson has a lot of potential. Same with Devon. Devon, I think within the next 10 years, I think Devon will be a world champion. He's great. I think he's really. I like his moveset, and that boy is bouncy.
Yeah, he is bouncy indeed.
And Grayson Waller is good too. They need to do something more with him, I think. And I'm excited to see if Devon and Kofi end up teaming up. I think that'd be pretty cool.
You think they will?
I think it's possible.
If they do, I mean, that'd be cool.
More of like a mentor figure.
Yeah, maybe Kofi will turn face.
Yeah, I like Kofi more face than I like him heel.
Maybe he'll turn on Grayson Waller.
Yeah, hopefully. Next was I think it was the Kabuki Warriors versus Lyra and Bailey.
He wanted Lyra and Bailey to win. I wanted the Kabuki Warriors to win, but I'm not mad that because I really like Lyra and Bailey, and Kabuki Warriors unfortunately did not win. But Lyra and Bailey, they're moving their way up in the tag team ranks, and that's cool.
I like how they're doing something to Lyra.
And Bailey.
Yeah, and Bailey. They were there for a while. The Lyra was after the whole Becky Lynch match at SummerSlam. She kind of wasn't in any feud there really at all. Not that I can recall. I'm excited to see. I hope Lyra and Bailey get thrown into that tag match. I think this is my prediction for Mania. I think it's going to be the women tag titles on the line. The Irresistible Forces versus Alexa and Charlotte versus the Bella Twins versus Lyra and Bailey.
That was my idea. Was it?
No, I don't think so.
A triple threat tag match?
Yeah, you said triple threat tag match, and then I said that they should add another team to that to make it a fatal 4 tag team match, so it could be a ladder match.
Ladders.
Yeah.
Tables. Chairs. TLC.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be a ladder match for the belts at Mania. And then after that, they had the whole segment backstage with Io and Kyrie. Io, I think, trying to get Kyrie to leave Asuka and join Io. Then we had Raquel come back there and
Don't hate on Raquel.
try to recruit Io. I'm not a big Raquel guy, at all.
I'm not either, but I don't hate her. I mean, she's good in the ring.
She can't carry a match on her own like a lot of other women wrestlers can. I'm not gonna. I mean, obviously, I'm not a professional wrestler. I can't really talk much on her, but from
what he thinks.
from watching her on TV, I'm not a big fan of Raquel at all, and I haven't really ever been.
But I'm a big Io fan.
Yeah,
So.
I like Io. I like Kairi Sane. I like Asuka. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Io and Kairi team up and do some tag team action, or just I don't know, have Io go challenge for the women's U.S. title or something, or the women's IC title. I'm excited for that match on SmackDown. Tiffany versus Julia. After that was Seth.
Julia's cool.
Yeah, I like Julia and Tiffany. I don't mind who wins that at all.
Me neither.
And after that was Seth and Paul Heyman. Awesome segment. That was great. Everything about that segment was good. I think Paul Heyman's funny, really really funny.
He went out there and he's like, I have nobody to hide behind. And then another favorite part of mine was he said that let's handle this like men. And then once the cops came, he's like, are you serious? Men in my family are snitches. We call the cops. We get restraining orders and all that stuff. And I was just cracking up. And he's saying all that stuff about Becky being with after she's done with half the locker room, and
He's gonna adopt Seth's daughter.
yeah, that was like he's not afraid to step over those lines. And Seth came in and popped him, and then Paul's sitting there smiling with that evil smile. It was a good segment, man. Paul is really good.
Yeah, I've always liked Paul Heyman. I've never hated Paul Heyman.
And he does some, like we were talking about, real heels. He's not a wrestler, but he's a heel.
Yeah.
He plays a really good heel.
Yeah.
And he's really good at talking and putting sentences together and just making it happen. And that was a good segment. What would he have next?
It was Dom and Penta.
That was a good match. I didn't care who won that match. I kind of wanted Penta to win a little bit more than Dom.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all the luchadors, hands down, my favorite luchador is Penta.
Yeah, at first I wasn't a big Penta guy, but Penta has grown on me. I do like Penta a lot now, but I still like Dom more. Dom's really good. I hope he gets a world title picture in that picture eventually, maybe after the Judgment Day.
You hope he gets a world title picture?
Yeah, I hope he gets a picture of the world title.
Dom's really cool. He's come a long way. I'm glad he turned heel when he did. And he's setting up for a lot of stuff to happen with him in a good way. He's eventually gonna get that belt back some way or another.
I think Penta might drop it to Finn.
Yeah.
And I think Finn and Dom are going to bang it out at Mania.
I think Penta's gonna do his own thing, but I think Finn and Dom are gonna wrestle at Mania.
Yeah, I said this on Friday. I want to see Penta and Ray in the tag division a little bit, because I think the tag division's kind of stale right now, and I think it'd be cool to throw. What was the name? The Lucha Brothers or
Ray Phoenix and
Penta?
The Lucha Brothers.
I want to see them and just have one tag team run in
I haven't
WWE.
seen them in AEW. I'm good.
I want to see them get a run in WWE on the grandest stage of them all.
I want to see Penta by himself on the grandest stage of them all.
I'm okay with either or, but I think it'd be cool to see them get a tag team run.
Ray Phoenix has been wrestling? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
On SmackDown.
yeah.
He did team up with Andrade, and then they released Andrade, so now he's kind of just floating around, I think.
Andrade had that match with Bandito on Revolution.
Yeah.
That was a pretty sick match, actually.
It was glitching out for what we were watching it on.
Yeah, and Bandito and they're both highly athletic guys, and they put on a good show.
Yeah. Then last of the night, it was Punk.
I like that segment.
Yeah, Punk came out and was on the mic, and then he said that he ran through a lot of the guys in the division, and then he said that he mentioned Jey Uso, and then the Usos come out, and the Usos is like all mad at it. Well, Jey came out actually, and then Jey, was like talking on the mic a little bit, and then Jimmy came out eventually, and then
they got into a little scuffle, kind of.
Yeah, and then Roman came out.
Which
And
is a surprise.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised to see Roman there. I like Roman's shirt he had on.
His shirt was really cool. I would like it if it was like more black and white than anything.
Yeah.
It had like that weird gold tint to it.
I know. That's what that threw me off.
Yeah, it was still a cool shirt, but
the real question is CM Punk too old?
What do you guys think? I don't think he's too old.
No, I don't think he's too old either. I think he's getting up there. Yes, he's 47 years old. But I think he still has 3 more years left in him if he wants.
With age comes wisdom.
Yeah, and I think he's more mature than he was back then, and not as much of the hothead as he was.
I think he is a little bit of a hothead, and that's why people love him.
Well, yeah, he still is, but I don't think not as bad as he was, 10 years ago in
I hope
AEW.
Punk wins at Mania.
Yeah, I'm happy with whoever walks out that match champion.
Punk.
I wish Roman showed up more. That's kind of why I'm rooting for Punk a little more, because Punk shows up every week, unlike Roman.
Yeah. Roman was saying that he wants to be he said it doesn't matter if he's a part-timer as long as he's a full-time father, which I can respect that, but if you're going to be a wrestler and you're going to have the belt, you should probably show up a little more.
Yeah. Be a full-time wrestler.
Yeah, and I can't hate on Roman. I like Roman. I respect the fact that he wants to be there more for his family and stuff, but me being a selfish wrestling fan, I want to see more Roman, and I want to see more of that belt hanging around on Raw, and that's why Punk wears it proudly. He doesn't come out with it on his shoulder, which is cool when people do that, but he comes out and he wears it around his waist, and he's a proud champion, and I like that.
Yeah. Me too.
And is that it for this segment?
Yeah, I think that was it for Raw. NXT's tonight. Probably do a NXT recap vid.
Yeah, watch it.
Yeah, we'll probably watch. How long's NXT? An hour, 2 hours?
It's 2 hours.
You know what?
I'm
I'm excited.
Caught up with you with NXT, but I'm gonna get caught up with it.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a chance tonight and see everyone on there, and I believe in Joe Hendry.
I don't.